All right, welcome everyone. If you're gearing up for that next big step in your education, you have come to the exact right place. In this explainer, we're going to dive into a few simple digital tools that are designed to make reading and writing so much easier, really helping you unlock your full potential. So, middle school. Are you ready? It's a really exciting time, right? New classes, bigger projects, and a lot more independence. We want to make sure every single student, especially if reading and writing sometimes feel like a bit of a hurdle, has the perfect toolkit to absolutely crush it. Our game plan is pretty simple. First, we'll talk about the big why. Why are we even here? Then, we'll look at some tools to simplify reading and writing, see how they work in the real world, and finally, we'll talk about how we can all team up for a great start to middle school. Okay, so let's just dive right into that first big question. Why are we all here? And why is it so important to focus on these tools as you get ready for this brand new chapter? It really all starts with understanding one key concept: decoding. Decoding is all the work your brain is doing behind the scenes, turning letters on a page into sounds and then into words. And for many of us, that process can use up a ton of mental energy. And that brings us to our main goal here. Look, this isn't about finding some kind of shortcut. It's about letting technology do the heavy lifting of decoding. And when you do that, you free up all this brain power for the stuff that actually matters, thinking critically about the text, and of course, sharing your own fantastic ideas. So what tools can help? There are thousands of apps out there, and it can feel like a total jungle. But don't worry, we're going to cut right through all that noise and focus on just a few simple, really powerful tools that truly make a difference. To keep it super simple, we're zeroing in on just two. That's it. Two core ideas that are going to completely change how you work with text. It really just boils down to two sides of the same coin. First, there's putting your ideas out by turning your speech into writing, and second, there's taking information in by turning writing into speech that you can listen to. That's pretty much it. So here's our toolkit. First up, dictation, which is basically an alternative keyboard that lets you type with your voice. Second, a text-to-speech service for listening to your textbooks. And third, an AI assistant like Copilot, which can read any other text you have, even stuff that's printed on paper. Okay. Enough theory, right? Let's get practical. How do these tools actually work in your schoolwork, like when you're writing an essay or trying to read a handout from your teacher? When it comes to dictation, I really want you to remember this phrase. It is not some complicated new program you have to learn. Seriously, just think of it as an alternative keyboard. Instead of typing with your fingers, you're typing with your voice. And using it is incredibly simple. You just open any text field, tap that little microphone icon on your keyboard, and start talking. A pro tip, don't forget to say your punctuation out loud, like comma or period. When you're done, just switch back to the regular keyboard to make any edits. Easy. Now, here's the key skill to practice, and this one is a big deal. Learn to speak like you write, not like you talk. This just means thinking in full sentences and speaking clearly, exactly like you would if you were writing. That's how you make sure your own unique voice comes through loud and clear. Okay, now for reading. And this is a total game changer, especially for those paper handouts. With an app like Copilot, you can just use your iPad's camera to snap a picture of any document, and it will instantly read it aloud to you. No more struggling to get through worksheets or articles. It's awesome. The most important thing to remember in all of this is that you're not doing it alone. Not at all. Mastering these tools is a team effort. Real success comes from a solid partnership between students, parents, and the school. Here's how that partnership works. The student's role is to practice, 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 using these tools both at school and at home. The parent's role is to encourage and support that practice. And the school's role is to provide the right equipment and the guidance to make it all work smoothly. And let's never, ever forget why we're doing this. This isn't just about grades. It's about building independence and, maybe most importantly, the confidence to take on any challenge that comes your way, in middle school and for the rest of your life.
So we've covered the why, the what, and the how of these amazing tools. But this explainer is just the beginning of the conversation. Now we want to hear from you. What's on your mind? What are your questions?